Hello, and welcome to eLOGS. By now, you should be seeing the student menu. The student menu means that you have successfully logged in and are ready to begin. I want to take a moment and orient you to the menu because there's many tools and many different reports and functions all available on this menu, and most of it under your own control. Line number 1, submit a new encounter high speed, is when you know that you're on a high-speed connection, such as home and using the cable internet provider. DSL may or may not be high speed. If you have any questions about your connectivity from your home or where you're entering your data, we recommend that you use line number 2, a standard encounter. This way, it uses less memory on your machine and is easier to navigate. Number 3 is submit an alternative encounter report. You will use these reports only when instructed by your school. Encounter activities that are non-alternative, meaning no patient involved, vary and are an important part of the nurse practitioner role. To enter a new alternative encounter, just click on the link, pick the date from our calendar function, pick your preceptor's name, pick your course, and then from the drop-down box, select the activity. So perhaps you did electronic health record training for 60 minutes. And then click Submit button and you're done. Then return to your home menu by clicking the Home button. Line number 4 is how you retrieve that encounter report, but we're going to skip showing that on this video. We're going to go to line number 5, and we're going to look at data that has been entered from the first of the year. When you run report number 5, you want to know the date range that you're looking for. So you'll click in the date, start date, stop date. You can either type it in or you can use the calendar function. You can pick a course, but if you're just looking at your data, I recommend that you leave it all courses, all preceptors. And then you can either get the report and visually see it on screen, or you can produce it in PDF. So we're just going to look at the report on HTML and look at it on screen. We can use our print button and go ahead and print this report if we want to. And this is just a summary of what we've already put in. Everything that's been entered has been grouped and counted and stored for you in one easy report. If you want to modify an existing log, you can click on that link and that will take you to the modify feature. The daily report, the daily clinical report is a report that shows details of every patient that you've seen. This report is also done by date range. So to activate the report, you would click on the link and put in the date of the clinical activity. And then you must pick the course that you're enrolled in. The report is a PDF and it opens automatically with Adobe if you have it installed. And on this report it shows the date, the client, the age, the sex, the code, what you did for pharmacy prescribing, your interventions, and your level of function. If you've created a supplemental note with this report, it will be displayed here as well. Once you're through checking this, you can return to the Home button by clicking the Home key. Daily report reconciliation is an important feature. We want to know on this report, when did you do clinical and what patients did you see? So I just put in a start date and a stop date. Now, if I were auditing your records, what would stand out to me is that you've got different preceptors and different courses and different advisors. So we recommend you use this report along with line number 5 to reconcile, to make sure that all your data is in the right course, under the right faculty name, with the right preceptor. If you need to modify one of these and change this to the right preceptor, you just click on the record number and that will record and recall your record to the screen. We can change the preceptor, advance one time, click on overall performance, and resubmit. And that will update the record. And you have confirmation your record's been updated. So we're going to return to the main menu by clicking the Home button. If your school instructs you, you will be using the preceptor feedback form. The preceptor daily report submission is your daily timesheet. And on this report, it's asking you what day did you do clinical, how much time did you spend in clinic, and who was your preceptor. And then you're able to submit it. So this is your daily timesheet. The rest of the labels are fairly self-explanatory. Now, I would like to just offer one bit of caution that sometimes these labels do change as we add new features. So read the labels carefully, but as a nurse practitioner student, you're primarily going to use either lines 1 and 2, either standard or high-speed submission. You will always use lines 5, 7, and 8. And if you need to modify, you can either modify through 6 or 8. Some schools allow students to add their own preceptors to the system. If you have that feature, you will see an Add Preceptor link on your main menu. If your school does not allow you to add a preceptor, this link would not be available, and you would need to contact your school to add a preceptor. Here at the bottom, we've got the quick start guide that we highly recommend everybody read first, and we've got some old user books and material on how to code. We have a jot sheet, and a jot sheet is a tool to help you gather your thoughts as you are seeing the patient. So you can print this out and take it with you. Print it front and back because it's 2 pages long. Use 1 sheet per patient. So what date, who is the client, age, sex, race, past history, systems review, social history, substances, family history, allergies, meds, vital signs, any lab results that you've looked at, etc. So this is just a quick way to document on a piece of scratch paper what you did for that. As you present to your preceptor, this information is now in a head-to-toe format, which is what preceptors are used to listening to student presentations. We're going to return to our main menu, and then I just want to show that we do have a list of all procedures and interventions. You'll see that as you go through data entry, but here's a list just to orient yourself. At any time, if you need help, you can email for assistance or you can text for assistance.